Um, you know, this Kwame Brown shit is epic. You know, I had I posted on my Facebook page that sooner or later, the babies of America will eliminate their mother's rapists. Um, and I've been trying to, for years, figure out what my role is as far as what I can contribute. Because, you know, it's not about music for me. I make music, and I'm kind of frustrated right now because a few weeks ago, when I began to um, set my music studio back up, it had been so long since I had made music that connections were all fucked up, and things they weren't sounding right for whatever reason. I couldn't even get any sound to begin with. So when I called the people, they said, well, I needed to update my Windows 10. So in updating the Windows 10, in order for me to update Windows 10, it had to, I guess the best way to explain it is to put everything that I had done the previous years in the back of the computer. So the new Windows 10 can be put on. And what happened was they gave me, the information so I can get to all my shit in the history. But tonight when I'm going through it, it's telling me that I don't have access to it. But that's neither here nor there. Really what I want to talk to you about tonight is what I had said, and I'm trying to let people understand that as far as black folks and religion is concerned, we have to get past that. We have to get past that blockage to before we can get to real life. And we are stuck in our own ways because we have this fear of hell. This is the reason it's so hard for people who actually depart from religion to depart from it, because they're thinking that, what if I'm wrong? If I'm wrong, I'm gonna burn in fire and brimstone forever. So I have to make sure that all my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed. I have to make sure. And once you get through that, then the real drama starts. Because when you put your flag up, you really see who's real. So tonight, I on my Facebook page, and I don't know, man. I don't have any real support from anybody on my Facebook page when it comes to my art and my music and my writing and things that I like to share. But what's really annoying to me is that, people see that I'm a talented individual. You know, they see that, you know, music that I've made in the past, you know, you can put it on any slot, on any radio program in the world. You know, the book that I've just written, um, you know, hundreds of thousands of people have read books or have written books. Um, and a person that, you know, most of the individuals on my Facebook page know, who understands that I am talented and I'm gifted. You know, I put my book up to share and say, yo, you know, check it out. And, you know, if you have Amazon, you can read the damn book for free. and folks, they don't support. There's only 2 people on my page that really, they go hard for me, you know. And it used to discourage me because of the fact that, you know, I do my best to really support other folks. I really go out of my way. You know, I got folks that are cooks. I got folks that do construction. I got folks that do all kind of things. One of my best friends, he's really into horror movies, and he's got his YouTube page up, and he's doing a lot of making videos and things of that nature, and I try to do my best to support him. And he's actually one of the people that if I put music out, he'll go buy it. If my book, he'll go order it and he'll read it. You know what I'm saying? I had to come to the conclusion that, you know, this shit ain't about them, it's about me. You know, I have something that the Creator gave to me, and I'm supposed to share it with the universe. And if the few hundred people, 100 and some people that's on my personal Facebook page, if for whatever reason they're not responding to it, or if it's over their heads, or they don't support it because of my views on religion at this point in my life, you know, fuck them. Just keep doing your work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about what individuals that you think should support you. You can't have a feeling, and this is not just for myself, this is for all artists. You know, your closest people will never support you. You have to leave the tribe and go build something elsewhere. And then these fake motherfuckers that's supposed to be your blood relatives and folks that you've known all your life, then they can catch on. But at that point, you already know what the real is. So you just build new relationships with new people. But anyway, get back to this Kwame Brown shit. You know, I'm gonna name this video Kwame Brown. But last week, when he started making these videos, I started noticing that a whole bunch of people started sharing his videos. And it wasn't just that they were sharing his videos. They were putting his videos on their personal pages. Because you know how, you know, YouTube do the monetize thing. And it's based on your subscribers and how many videos and views that you get. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, every fucking body has got a Kwame Brown video on their own YouTube. Like, that shit, to me, it just seemed foul. Oh, the plot thickens. Because what this nigga said, Kwame Brown, he said, I want everybody to eat. So he gave the green light to each and every person in YouTube to put his video on their platform because he understood that it could get a bunch of views and subscribers so everybody can get the monetizing money. Now, I don't know how long this shit is gonna last, but that shit was brilliant. But the most important point is this. He talks about support of black men and how media has been in a constant cycle to destroy every black man of success. Yeah, they love you when you come up. They love the good story. You might have a mom that you're taking care of. You might have a child that's sick that you're taking care of. But sooner or later, when they get tired of your ass, they pull the nigger card and put you in your place. Kwame Brown said, look, I see that you guys, every time a black person slip up, you run that shit continuously. But the white dude that beat up a black woman, they play that shit for a few hours and you never hear from it again. Or this white person over here does some heinous shit over there, and then it's cool for a minute, everybody's talking about it, and then the media and the networks dead that shit. He's talking about folks needing to come together and do business and deal with these boys and girls clubs throughout the country. Give food and shoes and make sure kids don't be hungry. Make sure that they're educated properly. Make sure that they understand about financial literacy. Make sure they understand about investing. Make sure they understand about all these things that's been there, but they haven't necessarily been there for black folks. We're the last to get the information, and when we get the information, it's just the crumbs on the table, and the motherfuckers try to take that. So yeah, Kwame Brown, for years he had been disrespected, and folks had talked all kind of shit about this guy. And he finally just said, enough is enough. But it's just not the fact that he wants to say enough is enough. He understood that when he said enough is enough, and then he added his little theatrics. He had his own style. He's got his own style. And he's so skullduggerous. This is a hip-hop nigga. And he's passing out jugs of ether to every damn body. And if folks, the older black folks who have always been dismissive about this culture, this hip-hop culture, because it was noise to them or they can't relate to it, and they disrespect it. It's not real music. Why they dress that way? Why they talk that way? Don't they got manners? These are black folks who see these young folks out here in these fucked up circumstances and somehow figures a way through this gift that they got from God, this talent that they got, to make it out of the most horrific circumstances that you can find. All these projects in these black neighborhoods that are run down and drug infested and war zones for gangs. The one or two out of every 500,000 or million make it out. And when they get to the point where they can have some success, they can eat and help others eat. The buck dancing Negroes are sitting at the top of the chain. The educated Negroes are sitting at the top of the chain, and criticizing and critiquing on these young folks' artwork. I know I was there. They did the same thing to me when I was a kid, trying to write rhymes and express myself. That's just noise. Hip hop ain't gonna be around. What are you doing this for? Go get a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, get some shit with some benefits. You know, do something that's gonna give you a safety net. We're not built like that. We don't want to be that way because that's not what life is designed for. It's supposed to be about peace, love, unity, and having fun, being creative, and finding your gift and your purpose and living in that shit. That's what it's supposed to be about. Now, it's great if your gift is to be a UPS or the grocery store or, you know, an accountant. There's nothing wrong. All those are great things, and not everybody can do those jobs. I for damn sure can't do a lot of them. But for the artsy motherfuckers, for the motherfuckers that just want to live with passion, the motherfuckers that want to stand for something, there has to be a lane for us. And when the encouragement isn't there, that is what takes away from the self-esteem, the self-confidence. And then you have these individuals who live their lives in a struggle because they feel like they can't do what they really want to do because folks will be assholes to them. And they can't fit over here in this 9-to-5 shit. Because God forbid a motherfucker over here is their boss that's not on their intellectual level, who they can't respect, who don't inspire them, who don't want them to be the best that they could be because they have a quota to fill and things of this nature. So what Kwame Brown is doing, he's saying, look, all these people that's going on in this program right here, we're going to knock the brakes off of that shit right now. And it may not happen immediately overnight, but the seed is planted because America with the triple K has a debt to pay. They've got a debt to pay. You know, started with George Floyd. Well, it didn't start with George Floyd. It actually started with O'Shea. That's what it really started with. But when you looked at these George Floyd protests and you saw that it was not only black folks out there, but it was white folks, it was Asian folks, it was all these different types of races and backgrounds of people, where do you think that come from? How do you think that happened? It wasn't the Baptists, it wasn't the Pentecostals, it wasn't the Republicans or the Democrats. It was hip hop. That seems to be the common link with all this shit. The babies, one day, will murder their mother's rapist. It's just evolution, baby. Kwame Brown, I got love for you. Hope you see this video. If not, cool. No problem. Our paths will cross at some point because I am cooking in the kitchen as well. So I want people to understand that the clock is ticking. We shall overcome is worse than mumble rap as far as I'm concerned. It's a new day, nigga. And age of Aquarius, whatever you want to call it, being woke, whatever you want to call it. Um, there's a debt that has to be paid. And voting, that shit, fuck that shit too. Voting and protesting and marching and singing, it sounds good and it's kind of worked. But there's going to be some other things that's going to happen. Because the spirit of hip hop is something that can never die. They can kill the leaders, but you can never kill hip hop. And as long as hip hop is here, the babies soon will kill their mama's rapist. See, that mama's cooking. This nigga is a savage for that. So, I'm willing to work with people. I'm willing to vibe with people. I'm willing to build with people. I just put one book out. I'm working on another one. I'm making music. I'm contributing whatever I can to hip hop to make it go forward and to make it evolve. And, to all my black folks, get the fuck out of these churches.